Welcome to Centre Stage and this year's Get Live event. First off, I'd just like to introduce Jackson Owens and the drummer for Seth Sentry and Kimbra as well, Stevie Cat Jr. Playing music live and there's recording music. And I find there are huge differences between the two. What do you guys find? Are there any different mentalities that you go into the studio with compared to live?
I definitely warm up more if I'm doing a live performance, but I wasn't always like that, to be honest. Warm up with something else. But at least getting to about 15 to 20 minutes warm up, I'm reaching those notes that were hard for me to hit. I suppose it's like anything, you know, you warm up your car when you go for a drive and it just runs better. And compared to a studio session, yeah, to be honest, I don't really warm up when I'm doing a studio session. It's because half the time you're writing the song just on paper and you're not really singing, but you're humming stuff, so you're warming up, you know, as you're making the song type thing. So yeah, it is a lot different.
I haven't done a lot of studio work. The studio work I did do, I was young and warmed up probably the same way the bro warmed up. Cup of tea, hot cup of tea, many cups of tea actually. The thing I felt with the studio was there's a lot of pressure. Everything's mic'd up and there's a guy sitting in the room souling every part of your kid out going, all right, Russian on that one there, mate. You know what I mean? But live it's like, you know, it's all wild and it's just free, man, you know, like you just do you. You get up there and you do you know, mistakes and all. I always try things crazy when it's live, you know, because I'm like, oh, I've never done this before. Let's give it a go, you know. And if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, then oh, well, unless the singer turns around and gives you the pukana around, like, what the was it? You know what I mean?
Most embarrassing gig or most embarrassing moment on stage. How did you A, deal with it? And B, do you think anybody else noticed?
Yeah, mine will have to be for when I opened for Stan Walker a few years ago. I think we were down in Dunedin, and for some reason at soundcheck it was all good. I was walking around the stage and stuff, but the sound guys had taken a little section of the stage away, so it was on the right hand side, and I'm singing away, you know, dancing and stuff, performing. And the next minute, man, I just fell back, right in the middle of a song, dropped my mic and everything, and yeah, it was the most embarrassing thing I've experienced. So yeah, that topped it for sure.
How do you recover from that one?
Oh man, I was sore too. But I still carried on. I grabbed my mic and I was carried on singing, jump back on stage. Show must go on. So
it was actually just your latest dance move.
Yeah, it was all planned.
It's going to be a TikTok trend soon.
Yeah.
With the drums, you're pretty safe, You're like surrounded by this wall of no one can come in. You can't fall out unless you're doing some crazy stuff. No, I've been pretty good, I've been pretty lucky, touch wood.
Yeah. Would you have had a favourite moment? Like did you have to pinch yourself when you were standing at the side of stage of Letterman or something, you know?
I know, it was just another gig, Like, it was amazing, and I'll always remember it. I always remember how cold it was on stage, because I think he was on death. He's knocking on death's door, so it was so cold. Like, he had it it was like 2 degrees on stage. We're all like, waiting for the cameras to go on. I was like, yeah, it was awesome. One of my favorite moments was when I went and saw Talking Heads up in Auckland, and I looked over and I was sitting next to Bernard Purdy. I don't know if you know who Bernard Purdy is. He's like a legendary drummer, you know. And I was all like, you know, to the bros, and it was just so cool. And we had a cordial with him, and he was just a nice, chill old dude. And I know, and just meeting someone who has had so much impact on your playing and being so nice and cool, and he was so down to talk with us. That's one of my favourite musical moments. That and meeting Dave Dobbin. That's something I never thought I'd be so shy about, is meeting Dave Dobbin, but he's like a legend, you know. That's Dave, it's Uncle Dave.